Since its premiere in early October 2024, Terrifier 3 has become an unexpected hit, not only astounding audiences with its horrifying gore, but breaking some serious box office records. Terrifier 3 is the third installment in the Terrifier franchise, which follows the disturbing escapades of Art the Clown. The movie comes 8 years after the release of the very first Terrifier movie, which also rose to surprising heights after gaining popularity on streaming services. Now, the Terrifier movies have made a definite name for itself in the horror genre, and Terrifier 3 is the main reason. Terrifier 3 has broken an astonishing number of records since its release on October 11. Terrifier 3 has not only surpassed the heights of its predecessors, but it has also proven its worth among other unrated horror movies and some of the biggest movies of the year. In this way, the future looks bright for the Terrifier franchise. The success of Terrifier 3 almost makes the creation of Terrifier 4 inevitable. Perhaps, this next movie could be even bigger, making Terrifier the most unexpected horror powerhouse of all time. 8. Terrifier 3 has earned more than $50 million worldwide. How Terrifier 3's box office compares to other 2024 horror movies. First and foremost, Terrifier 3 recently surpassed the $50 million mark when it comes to its worldwide box office earnings. According to Box Mojo, Terrifier 3 has earned more than $59 million at the box office as of now, and this number could still rise. To break it down further, Terrifier 3's domestic earnings are $46 million, while its international earnings are $12 million. Once Terrifier 3 hits VOD and streaming, it could rake in even more dough, which means it could break even more records in the future. To put Terrifier 3's success into perspective, let's compare its box office performance to that of other horror movies released in 2024. While Terrifier 3 could not compete with massive blockbusters like A Quiet Place, Day One or Alien, Romulus, it easily surpassed other films such as Abigail, Blink Twice, and Extravaganza. That final film is of particular importance because T. West's X trilogy has become incredibly popular in the last few years. Terrifier 3 not only held its own against Extravaganza, but it actually was far more successful financially. 7. Terrifier 3 is the 35th movie to surpass $40 million domestically in 2024, where Terrifier 3 ranks among 2024's highest-grossing movies. Another important accomplishment for Terrifier 3 is the fact that it is the 35th movie of 2024 to surpass $40 million at the domestic box office. Generally, movies that have underwhelming domestic box office performances can count on international earnings and VOD to boost their total performance. In the case of Terrifier 3, this didn't have to be the case. The movie has joined an exclusive list of high-grossing movies in 2024 that were able to earn at least $40 million among North American audiences alone. In general, Terrifier 3 ranks quite well among every movie released in 2024 thus far. According to Box Mojo, Terrifier 3 is the 40th highest-grossing movie of 2024. Above it are more unbeatable blockbusters like Mean Girls and Deadpool and Wolverine, but underneath it are some genuinely notable movies, such as Late Night with the Devil, Monkey Man, and The Substance. In this way, Terrifier 3 has proven itself to be more than just a low-budget romp. It can hold its own against some impressive films. 6. Terrifier 3 has completely exceeded its $2 million budget. Terrifier 3's success could lead to bigger future budgets. One truly amazing aspect of Terrifier 3's box office success is that the movie completely blew its budget out of the water. While some major franchise films have a hefty budget to contend with, making their box office earnings less exciting, Terrifier 3 earned far more money than was actually put into the film. Terrifier 3's nearly $60 million box office feels that much sweeter when compared to the movie's $2 million budget. Because of this, the movie not only made up the money it spent, but it also earned much more on top of that. This is actually quite a common occurrence for the Terrifier franchise, though never at such a large scale. The first Terrifier movie was made on a $35,000 to $55,000 budget, and earned $419,000 at the box office. Meanwhile, Terrifier 2 was made on $250,000 and earned $15 million at the box office. Clearly, every Terrifier movie has increased its budget and its box office has increased with it. This means that Terrifier 4 could have an even more impressive budget, and hopefully, it can far exceed that as well. 5. Terrifier 3 has the best box office of the entire Terrifier franchise. What Damien Leone has said about Terrifier's future. After comparing Terrifier 3's budget and earnings to its predecessors, it is clear that the 2024 movie is the highest-grossing Terrifier movie to date by quite a lot. Really, it is incredibly impressive that the franchise went from earning under $1 million to exceeding $50 million in just 3 movies. This is a testament to how Terrifier has been able to get better and better, and more importantly, how it offers horror audiences something that they may not get anywhere else. Terrifier is a lucrative franchise that seems to only get better with more time and more funds. Of course, this leads many to wonder about the future of the Terrifier franchise. Director Damien Leone has already confirmed that he would be interested in making Terrifier 4, though the movie has yet to be officially confirmed. Furthermore, there have been hints that Terrifier 4 could be the last movie in the franchise, though Art the Clown actor David Howard Thornton has theorized that Leone may have 2 or 3 more movies in him. Either way, the success of Terrifier 3 implies that the next movie will be even bigger and gorier, especially if it is the final installment. 4. Terrifier 3 is Damien Leone's best box office performance to date. Leone's future explained. Speaking of Leone, Terrifier 3 is the director's highest-grossing movie of all time. The director, writer, and producer has been working on movies since 2005, yet Terrifier 3 is really his biggest movie to date. Throughout his career, the majority of Leone's movies have gone straight to DVD, making the chance for box office earnings impossible. However, the Terrifier franchise became Leone's opportunity to have his work seen by millions, and it has clearly worked, all these years later.